There were others. Others I was supposed to kill.
Who? Who, Mason?
Hey fellas, after all of the leaks yesterday, Black Ops Cold War sounds, I would say, very different to what we were expecting. Surprisingly, it's all good news. I guess you could say, forget what you know, am I right? The very nature of this game seems to be very different to Modern Warfare, a lot more faster paced and aggressive, what you would expect from Treyarch, and that is good because I know a lot of you feared the opposite. I mean, when you have insiders saying this game would be very similar to Modern Warfare, even calling it Modern Warfare 2, no, not that Modern Warfare 2. It seems like those fears are gone. This game really is going out to fix the glaring issues and aids that Modern Warfare has. It really seems like Treyarch has learned lessons from that game and even Black Ops 4. Leaning, doors, super sprint, and mongulated minimap, all of that is gone and gonna be replaced with, once again, kind of what you would expect. Unlimited sprint, no doors, that kind of good stuff. Sliding is back, swimming is back, so if Treyarch can like match the pacing of Black Ops 2, in my opinion, Black Ops 2, like, boots on the ground, it just, I don't know what I'm saying, I can't construct sentences anymore, but just Black Ops 2, the pacing, the feel, like, it's just, I think it's perfect, so if Treyarch can somehow match that, well, that would be great. Oh damn, I realised that we just got straight into the leaks and didn't have much of an intro going on, but I'm pretty sure most of you, like, have seen and heard everything by now, and you know that this is coming from ExclusiveAce. He got reached out to by someone who has worked directly on COD 2020 yesterday, releasing an 18-minute video just full of details. So yes, COD 2020 will be using the Modern Warfare engine, which means we will be having the outstanding graphics, sound design, animation, and general capabilities of the new engine, but with Treyarch gameplay. Now, there is some bad news, like apparently there's no evidence of prestige mode yet, and also no dead silence as a perk, so I guess they do have to meet their quota of bad brain-dead decisions, and that's them, I guess. So, talking about unexpected, we heard that this game would mainly focus on the Vietnam War, and also Ground War 32v32 from Modern Warfare would return. Right? Well, wrong. So, by the looks of things, this game will maybe touch on Vietnam here and there, but like the original Black Ops, will focus on other places during the Cold War. So we heard that a ground war map would be snowy and set in Russia. Well, it turns out that is actually the Warzone map, the Black Ops Cold War Warzone map. Also, for multiplayer maps, there is one that takes place in a mall, which apparently is quite a complex map. There's a map codenamed Satellite, which gives Afghan vibes from Modern Warfare 2, and it's a desert map probably set in the Soviet-Afghan war from the 80s. A map called Tank, which we saw leaked gameplay of, which is a tank factory. Tundra, which is a snowy forest, you know, man has been playing Minecraft. And a map codenamed KGB, and KGB was like the Russian intelligence agency, and also there's a map that takes place on a boat in the Black Sea, like in Russia or part of Russia, and I'm thinking, what if it's the Rusalka from the original Black Ops? So, not many Vietnam maps, it seems to be like Russia stuff. But hey man, you will not hear me complain about a COD game set in the Cold War. Now, we were hearing some bad news that this game would launch with 7 to 9 multiplayer maps, but apparently there are 10. So, it's not great, but it could be worse. It definitely could be worse. Now, these maps apparently do have a real good variety of design, which is pretty good. You know, you have Modern Warfare on one side of the spectrum, like Modern Warfare and COD Ghosts, where the maps kind of have no direction and are campy and aids. Then there are some other COD games, and Treyarch have definitely, like, violated this law where they just, every map looks like this, 14 maps, and it's just this copy and pasted over again. But apparently this game does have a variety of some open maps, some bigger maps, smaller maps, which I think is really good. Treyarch map design from like World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, God tier. Maybe this is just nostalgia talking, but like those games, God tier. Black Ops 3, good, but some violations here and there. Black Ops 4, a handful of good maps, but basically all the maps are just the same and it kinda got real stale and like mediocre. So let's just hope out of the 10 maps, some of them are good, but with unlimited sprint, no leaning, no doors, the general gameplay of the game should be pretty good, and that means the maps should also be kinda good, I'm guessing. Now we are hearing as well that there is 150 health like Black Ops 4, but there's no like self-healing where there could be as an equipment, but it is general automatic healing, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna play out. So yes, Ground War is not returning what we thought was a Ground War map. It's actually the Warzone map, and ExclusiveAce had some details about it. It's a snowy Russian map with a frozen lake, skiing, snowmobiles. There's also like a zoo. Really interesting, and I do think it sucks Ground War isn't returning. I love it. Like I said yesterday, fellas, I have 2 pages of notes full of details, so it's kind of hard to like talk about it in a way that makes sense and whatnot. Now also some good news. I don't know if the leaker of this information is like biased or something, but there's other good news which is completely opposite from what other people have been saying. Is apparently the game is in a good state, the campaign is playable and pretty much done, it's just some work here and there to be done. Out of the 10 multiplayer maps, most of them are also done, just need some final texturing, and yeah, apparently the game is in a good place, which is, I mean, I'm gonna wait and see, you know, I'm gonna hold my breath on that one. Now, kill streaks will be left in the past and score streaks coming back, like we kind of talked about in a video a couple of days ago now. There's a long ass list of leaked streaks, so I'm gonna like, I don't know, put them up here on the screen or something. Now also, very interestingly, apparently there is like a crossbow or a bow and arrow or something, I don't know, a bow I guess you'd call it then, and a kind of hand cannon, a one-shot pistol. So in some ways some specialist weapons will be returning as score streaks, because specialists are literally rotting in hell, which is great news. So to summarize everything up from today, that is only some of the leaked information, and I'm sure in the very near future there's going to be a lot more slipping through the cracks. So this multiplayer really seems like Modern Warfare, but getting rid of most of the things the community doesn't like, and a like Black Ops, kind of original Black Ops painted over it, and Treyarch style as well. It sounds like almost too good to be true, and I would say at this time last year, same for Modern Warfare. This time last year people were like, damn, Modern Warfare sounds literally perfect, sounds exactly what we've always wanted, and now look, most of the people saying that probably despise the game with a burning passion. Anyway fellas, I am kind of hoping for some zombies information, and I think there might be a little bit there that we will talk about in maybe tomorrow or the next day, but anyway, stay spicy and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.